A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Los Angeles! Welcome to Dollholla, the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. Today, we present the Scream Queens versus the Fight Crew. Who's ready to meet the skaters?
Coming to the track, it's your Scream Queens! Number 3, Echo. Number 15, Drama Queen. Wearing 17, Dirty Tricks. 33K Pikazoom. 42, Chemical X. 168, Betty Rumble. Wearing 444, it's Cinderella. Number 505, Mayday. 998, Fight Night. Wearing 999, Jurassic Punk. 1609, Hittin'. 2014, Frida Bralo. 3355, Woo! 5533, it's Mad X. 6248, Pink Poison. 7L11, Skate Right Shark. Go captain of the Junior Scream Queens, number 24, Cosmic Jammer. And your captain of the Scream Queens, 000, Bella Blitz. Turn coaches Amy Wipeout, Coach Ice Creamer, and Shanta. One more time for the Scream Queens.
All right, you all ready to meet your fight crew? Yeah, you are. It's a beautiful Saturday in Los Angeles, and no place I'd rather be than watching exciting roller derby action. So let's meet your fight crew. Wearing number 2, it is Slamwise Gamgee. Wearing 14 is Hell on Wheels. Wearing number 46, Wen Slay Adams. Wearing number 52, Manic Panic. Wearing number 60, it's Anna Death, Chase. Wearing number 63, we got Beetlejuke. Wearing 101, Lash Out Loud. Wearing 189, it's Destroyer. Wearing 347, Katana Crash. Wearing 522, it's Stargirl. Wearing 808, we've got Mayhem. Wearing 857, Kitten Crush. Wearing 976, Angelina. Wearing a 1134, Mad Cat. Wearing 1212, a Smasherella. Wearing a 1975, we've got Queen Cobra. Wearing 1997, Jolteon. Wearing 2011, we've got Stitches. Your co-captain is wearing 817, it is Phoebe Punisher. And captain of the fight crew 512, Ziggy Stardust. Your coaches are Dooms Daisy and Lusty Loveless. Let's give it up for the fight crew, everybody.
And wearing black and white, which is so hot right now, it's the Enforcers! Head referee, the Kingslayer. Game executioner, Paneltina. Jam refs, Metallic Kyle and Morning Wood. Pack refs, Helvetica and Wild Bill Hiccup. Outside pack refs, Suspect Erd and Casey Cajones. Penalty tracker, Lady Macbeth. Penalty tracker assistant, Cherry Blazer. Your penalty box administrators, Hasselblack and Shakira. Eyes in the Sky, Go Ishiro and Karen Bout Nothing. Scoreboard operator, Dirt Reynolds. Whiteboard, E.T. Marissa, and Shadow is Rumblebee, your Enforcers.
We would like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and the rad crew. Our DJ today is DJ MacBook Air. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit.
Sup?
And we will be your announcers today. The Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional unceded Kizh and Tongva land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Kizh and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. And now I got one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? Come on, Los Angeles. Yeah. We've got golden sunshine and blue skies all the way, and we got roller derby with the Junior Derby Dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the one day a year that it isn't either too hot or too cold here in the Valhalla.
That's right, because it's March 22nd.
It's March 22nd. It's all you need is a light jacket.
I do have a light jacket, but right now I have the teams getting on the track. I see Cosmic Jammer getting up. Oh, nope, maybe getting up as the jammer for the Scream Queens. Now, I know many of you have seen this before, but in case you don't, the jammers have these stars on their helmet. The first one out is the lead jammer. In this case, it is Cosmic Jammer. And now the jammer is out for the fight crew, and that is Anna Death Crash. So once the jammers get out of that pack and into the pack of blockers, the first one in, once they start going around, every member of the opposing team they pass is a point. And that was Cosmic Jammer scoring, I believe, 4 points for the Scream Queens. Waiting for the official word from our enforcers. And no penalties.
Nice clean jam to kick it all off. We love that. Hopefully portends good things to come. Next pack is on the track waiting for that first whistle.
Yeah, did we get points on that?
I don't see any points.
I thought I saw points.
I was looking on the board, though. I couldn't say as to whether there were points on the track.
Thought I saw it. All right. Well, you know what? That's up for the enforcers to decide. So
That's none of my business, Evil Lee.
that is not our lane. Our lane is just to commentate on what we see. And I see a lot of thumbs up, but also a little bit of confusion. So I'm just going to keep talking. Is everyone having fun? Yeah, you are. All right, and here comes the next jam. Oh, once again, Scream Queens with the lead jammer. Again, the lead jammer is the first one out of the pack. In that case, it is Hit and Hidden jamming for the Scream Queens. When Hit and Hidden gets around the track and back to the end of that pack, every member of the opposing team passed is a point.
Mad X doing mad work in that pack to hold back the Fight Crew jammer. Jammer drops back to join her defenders and now escapes the pack finally for Fight Crew.
Yeah, Samwise Gamgee out of the pack for Fight Crew, but Hit and Hidden, well, into the infield, has to re-enter that pack without advancing position, decides to call it off, and usually a wise move when you see somebody about to drop you into the infield.
Great work by Slamwise, never given up, getting out of that pack when the moment was right. My apologies for getting Slamwise's pronouns wrong there before. Slamwise is they, them. All right, looks like they've got a jammer in the box there on the blue side.
That's right, Hit and Hidden is in the penalty box with a back blocking penalty, and we also have a directional block. So it looks like the Scream Queens, maybe things are being challenged. I'm not sure. They were in the box, now they're not. All right, we're going to take a moment to figure that out. And once again, want to welcome everybody here to Dollholla and the 22nd year of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. As you know, we've got the wonderful bar by the front door that you can get all kinds of fancy beverages, and of course the merch booth and the snacks, and then there are raffle prizes. And so you're going to want to pick yourself up some raffle tickets. They're very affordable, and you could win exciting things as a water bottle, Starbucks gift card, the Fall Guys plushies, a Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood trolley and figurines, and of course a gift bag of Derby Doll merch. Raffle tickets are, you can get 30 of them for 20 bucks, 15 for 10, 7 for 5, or 1 for 1. And it looks like we're having Middle Kyle here trying to make sure we have the correct points on the board for the Scream Queens, and that looks correct to me. Yeah, it looks like we hadn't gotten the first 4 for that first jam, and now 5 because Hit and Hidden made it all the way around and past the opposing jammer, getting 5 points on that jam. All right, you know, it's a little early, it's warm, it's spring, you know, got to kind of loosen things up in here. Who is rooting for the Scream Queens? Who's rooting for Fight Crew? Who's here to celebrate Nia Brolaton's birthday? Oh, yeah. Nia Brolaton, a tough cookie, here is celebrating 13th birthday and spending the day with her Derby sisters, which is always the best way to spend your birthday. If you want to call the raffle or anything, let me know. You can come up here. I'll give you the mic. You can say whatever you want.
Within reason.
But when I was 13, I had a lot to say. I sure did. But no.
Anybody give you a microphone?
Yeah. Of course, you know, it's not a day with evil unless we get into wealth disparities. But hopefully, you know, Nia Brolaton is not into that yet at 13, although I was. All right. What's going on, people? Let's get going.
I'm looking at the scoreboard. I see 9 points. 9 points on the blue side there for the Scream Queens. Nothing yet for the Fight Crew.
And of course, we have the jammer for the Scream Queens in the penalty box, making this a power jam. That's right. One jammer on the floor, one team that can score, and that is the Fight Crew. And they certainly need it, since they have yet to get some points on that board.
Yep, big opportunity to draw blood for Fight Crew, and it's 5-12 wearing that star.
Yeah, that's the captain, Ziggy Stardust, also a beloved member of our Track Monkey team. You know, the Track Monkeys, you know this track so well, and Ziggy Stardust really knows how to maneuver it. The hardest part about a power jam, though, is... Whoa! Did y'all see that? Incredible. Is that, you know, it's a game where you skate offense and defense at the same time, but when there's a power jam, all eyes are on one jammer. Oh, Chemical X trying to take Ziggy to the rail. Last line of defense there was Bella Blitz and Great White Shark, but not quite able to stop Ziggy.
Ziggy picked them all up, got 15 seconds left on this jam clock.
Yeah, that's the magic of being a track monkey yourself, is you know every inch of those tracks. You know, like all the little secret spots that if skate on, you can get right through.
It looked like Ziggy picked up that last point, which means Zig will get all 3 for the 2 points that were in the box for a total of 8. We have that right, Evelyn?
With 8 or 7, I believe. Yeah, that's right. The people in the box, they become ghost points. Scary, scary ghost points. So that is, I believe it was 7 points for Fight Crew, but also some penalties there. We got a directional block against both Is Hell on Wheels and Jolteon. So there'll be some serving some time in the box. And oh, hey, Bella Blitz in a penalty box. Yep, Daddy Blitz got that first directional block, but waited till the third jam. So I think whoever was placing bets on that, on whatever gambling website that you normally are watching, I don't know, Polish sports at 4 a.m. gambling on, I think roller derby is much more exciting. All right, jamming for the Scream Queens. That is Echo, who is a rookie out lead.
Oh, nice to see you out there, Echo. Good first jam. It's great when you get lead jammer on your first jam ever. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, you can go throw up now and you'll be fine. And that was Angelina.
That was the hard one. It's all downhill from here.
Angelina was also a rookie on that, came really close, forcing that call off. And fantastic. Welcome to your first jam. That was exciting. And definitely not skating their first jam. That's Katana Crash out and lead. But not too far behind. Mad X out of the pack. We got a 2-point game, 9-7. But Crush is trying to even that out.
Stargirl came sailing in to break up a knot of 3 Scream Queens to spring that jammer free.
Yeah, the problem is the opposing jammer came through, so Mad X just picked up 4 as well for Scream Queen, so that evened out. But all we need to do is get Crush through and through. Oh! Both jammers through again. Seems like we have a match race or something happening here.
I think so. I think they decided we're not calling
We're just going
off.
to go for it. We're just going to skate the full. So a jam is either 60 seconds or until the jammer in the lead calls out the jam. So that was 8 points there for the Fight Crew and also 8 points for the Scream Queens.
Boy, that sure is a lot of skating for no actual change in the score. Even.
You know, scoring points is fun. Sometimes you just need some points under your belt and then you feel like, okay, I feel much better. It's like doing core work before your actual workout. You just feel engaged. We do have some penalties though against Stargirl. That's a directional block by 2. And also Mad X with a back blocking penalty, also times 2.
And Mad X was the jammer in the last jam. This one's going to be another Fight Crew Power Jam.
Yeah, Power Jam, people. Advantage Fight Crew.
And unusually, was that Is Hell on Wheels? Yeah, it started on the low. You don't see that often, Evilly.
Oh, you know, Is Hell on Wheels, you know, she can skate by her own rules.
Ooh, Is Hell on Wheels almost springs it free, was doing some amazing hip work in there. Finally makes it out.
Yeah, you know what Is Hell on Wheels also did this week?
What's that?
The LA Marathon on Sunday.
What?
1 week, LA Marathon on Sunday, roller derby on Saturday.
I would still be in bed.
I know, I would be dead. What a superstar. Yeah, oh my God, look at that. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful.
And Is Hell gets all those points. Springs free, 20 seconds left
but
on
I
the jam
tell you,
clock.
that block by Pink Poison was just so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love Pink Poison's work. I really do.
Love her work. Love her work.
I love all their work. They're so good.
You don't just love her early work.
Yeah, although look at Skate White Shark right now, just like, oh, well, yeah, they're putting up that line of defense. That was a smart move to be like, yeah, I think I'm done with that one.
And 7 more points for Fight Crew.
And
they take the lead for the first time in this game, 22-17.
And it looks like that Pink Poison block was a directional block. And Skate White Shark also penalty for above shoulder. So we had 2 of the Scream Queens in the penalty box, thinning out the pack. And it looks like we are going to have a timeout. Official timeout. All right, everybody. Let's take a moment to enjoy being here with your Derby dolls. Are you all doing all right? Everyone okay? Shall we do a check-in? I know things are wild right now, but one thing we have and one thing we've had for 2 decades is roller derby in Los Angeles, and we're so honored to do it. So yes, it looks like we do have, we also are gonna have those, yeah, someone's gonna, I know, Gandalf's wanting people to make some noise for Gandalf the Cray, everybody. That's Gandalf the Grey. Yeah, let's do some wave action right there, okay? Ready? We're going to start the wave. You in that beautiful red velvet shirt with the pretty, yeah, you're going to start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Coming around to VIP. Come on, VIP. Yeah, okay, coming to the EMTs, coming over to the track monkeys. Track monkeys are not getting up. Hey, but the radical, they're going to do it. Eyes in the sky. Nope. Okay, I'm going to go for it. Woo, there's me heading over to merch. Nope, no interest at all. And back over there to the bar. Nope. And Gandalf, one more time. Anyone over there? There we go. Come on, bring in that wave. Let's wake up, people. That's right. Get your cardio in early. Get your, there goes Casey Cajones. Yeah, woo. Me and Trixie are always up for a good time, I tell you. All right, thank you so much for your audience participation. We really appreciate that. And don't forget to take lots of pictures and tag them with the Derby dolls. We want everyone to know how amazing this league is. And one super excitement announcement we have.
What's that?
Junior camp.
Junior camp.
That's right.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be July 21st, my birthday.
Hey, it's on your birthday for a change,
It's
not mine.
well, the first day. The game,
no.
it goes to the 25th, and then the game's on the 26th.
Got it. Junior camp, always a fantastic time of year. Always very exciting for the skaters.
And for us.
And for us.
So this is a challenge, by the way. There was a challenge on the cutting penalty by Is Hell on Wheels. I think they're bringing up the thing about, she did a marathon on Sunday.
I don't think that cuts any ice with the
does with me.
Easily.
2 years ago I did
That's why they don't let us be officials.
Yeah, right.
We're like, they got skates on. Do you know how hard that is?
It's super hard.
The surface is tilted. Don't fuss at them.
I can't believe her legs aren't noodles. It was almost exactly 2 years ago. I did the Baton Memorial Death March, and one of my friend I did it with at the time. It's in outside of Las Cruces, New Mexico, and it's a 26-mile marathon to honor victims of war crimes. And my friend is doing it right now, and
That's amazing.
I'm so glad I'm not.
Yeah, you know what I love to do in the morning is wake up and not run 26 miles.
Yeah.
I love it. I do it every day.
I had a special day. I got to get up and have epic brunch because my Derby wife is celebrating her 50th birthday soon, and I got to have brunch with members of TXRD, Bay Area, Gotham Girls, Gotham Roller Derby, and just like people from all over, which was, of course, Angel City. So wherever you are, support your local roller derby league, whether they're banked, flat. If you're traveling, make sure you see if there's a roller derby game happening and go check it out.
And we've got folks from all over joining us here on our YouTube channel. Leo Flores says, Is hell, yippee, you ate that up, Is hell on wheels.
Yeah!
Jolty Mom's got a shout out to Jolt.
Hi, Jolty Mom. I'm bummed you're not here. Are you here? Are you on your phone? Oh, hey. When are we going to hang? So nice to have you in the chat room,
she's
too.
a brunchin' fool. You should book
Yeah,
her.
you should have met us in Pasadena today for
The dates
brunch.
are filling up. You gotta get Evil E early if you want Evil E for brunch.
There is nothing more epic than a derby brunch, but we've all been it for now over 20 years, and so we're a little bit different than our old days. I also had some more exciting things to share. Oh, you know what I want to talk about?
Nope.
People in the chat room, including my buddy Truck Driving Kimmy.
Oh, truck driving Kimmy. How's Kimmy?
Kimmy's good. Kimmy's good. I have not seen Kimmy in a long time, but we keep trying to keep telling her get a load out here. Currently, she's hauling 36,000 pounds of Hershey candy from Hershey, Pennsylvania. She's from Pennsylvania to Costco in Denver, Colorado.
You got to get ready for Easter, Evil E.
Yeah, I know that our own Laguna Beach and all our friends in Denver are probably like Boba Fett's out there. And oh, by the way, Challenge 1. That's where. Let's give it for Lusty down there.
How about
running
that, Lusty?
Yeah, Lusty.
Counselor, well done.
I'm sorry, Horchata. Sorry, Brenda. But good for Lusty for getting that Challenge 1. So it will not be. They will not be losing their jammer for this jam.
When Lusty isn't coaching or kicking butt as a longtime skater on the Adult Fight crew, Lusty is actually a lawyer. So.
If you have legal problems.
Come on, I don't want to go up against her in the
yeah, I can offer
challenge.
you some legal advice too. It goes by 3 sentences: don't open, don't answer, don't sign. I'll go over that later. All right, so we got a thinned out Scream Queens pack.
But we do have 2 jammers.
And we have a 5-point game. It's 17-22, advantage Fight Crew. I love watching the pack, the blockers kind of like try to figure out exactly where they want to be.
Well, it's especially confusing when there's only two of you. You would think it would be easier because you have less to keep track of.
That's not the case.
But how can you get together? How can you hold that jammer back? But they do just that.
Oh,
Scream
yeah.
Queen, spring their jammer. She calls it off right away. Cinderella hitting the hips and ending this jam.
Yeah, Cinderella doing the wise move of calling it off. So you're in the penalty box for the full length of the jam, and the jam is either 60 seconds or until the jammer in the lead calls off the jam by hands on hips. Oh, and speaking, I believe we have, Echo's getting her first penalty.
That jam lasted 12 seconds, Evilly.
I know, at 12 seconds. Well,
penalties.
Echo's a rookie and wants to get these things done. So directional block, a good choice for your first penalty. And although a failure to reform there for Cosmic Jammer.
All right, so once again, despite the quick call-up, Scream Queens, they're doing it again. They're hitting the replay.
Fight Night.
Fight Night jumps out in the lead, calls it off, and hopefully this time, Scream Queens will benefit and have 4 blockers on the track.
It's nice to have all your buddies together.
Hi.
And
we are family. I got all my blockers with me.
I have my blocker with me. My announcing buddy for
No.
live. Oh, we do have a penalty there against Skate White Shark. That's a low blocking penalty. Is that
Phoebe Punisher, low blocking.
Oh no,
and
it's Phoebe Punisher. Oh, I read that
Phoebe was
completely
the
wrong.
jammer, so this is going to be a power jam in favor of the Junior Scream Queens.
That's right, Bella Blitz on the jam line. Let's make some noise, people. Oh, Jolteon doing such a good job of just holding back Bella. Oh, so is the Hell on Wheels. Oh, man. Oh, that is just like a trio of dynamic blocking there.
Bella gets out, is hoping to recapture the lead for the Scream Queens, currently behind 17-22.
So what the Fight Crew is trying to do is race the pack a bit, making it harder for Bella to catch up, but they can't get too far away from each other, or they will get those failure to reform penalties. And I tell you, there was some fantastic blocking there from Chemical X, just swooping up to kind of break up that wall by Fight Crew.
Yeah, Chemical X really picked their moment there to get into that wall and open up a hole.
Yeah, it's basically like it's almost like a little Red Rover, and they're trying to figure out who's going to be sent over. That was Skate White Shark being sent over to try and break it up. Oh, and then is Hell on Wheels trying to land that block against Bella Blitz.
Isel landed it, but both skaters went out, which meant that Bella got to go back on in front of Isel without incurring penalties.
That's one of those rules that always makes me nervous.
Oh yeah, no, if I'm not sure, I'm going back every single time because I don't ever want to give away a power jam.
No, that's it's a horrible feeling. 9 points there for the Scream Queens.
And they retake the lead.
Woo! And all that work to try to get the pack together, and yet a failure to reform there for Chemical X.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if just one penalty in a power jam like that, you're still okay.
Yeah.
That's
You're
nothing
fine.
to worry about.
Oh! Ouch. I love falling on Masonite, though. It makes such a cool sound.
Boy, Tronco really got up with determination and quick feet to escape that pack after being knocked down.
Yeah, Pack trying to figure out how they're going to take this on. Oh, it's hard coming in on the high side.
But you know, that was a thoughtful path through there, and Trauma Queen did what they needed to do. She got through, got all her points, calls it off.
And Queen Cobra was very close to catching up there. Very close. Queen Cobra called the raffle last game. That was really
right
fun.
on.
Yeah.
Did a great job, too.
Yeah. Super cool. We always think that they're looking at the smile at us, and they're just looking at the scoreboard.
They're looking at me.
They don't care about us.
They all love me. Believe
We're just the old ladies in the booth.
Hey, it takes all kinds in roller derby,
Right.
including old ladies in the booth.
Yeah, well, we're tough old ladies.
We got some tough young folks out there. Dirty Tricks escapes, and Coach Chata says, go, go, go.
Yeah, Samwise Gamgee getting caught up on the rail a little bit, thanks to Fight Night coming in through there, but eventually making out. I like the hands up, like I'm not doing anything.
Well, you know, it's when the blocker goes out 20 feet, it's their responsibility to yield the track, but that's exactly what that blocker was trying to do. The jammer, unfortunately, was trying to take the high side. Be interesting to see what happens on that call with the enforcers.
A lot happening.
And Dirty Tricks is headed to the box for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, in there with a cutting penalty. Also, we got an arms penalty there against a Fight Crew.
Katana Crash.
Thought they crossed it out like they were changing their mind, but apparently not. Nope. Crash is in there. All right.
Looks like the eyes in the
caring
sky.
about nothing is caring about some points here.
Yeah, well, that's the job.
That's what Karen's supposed to be doing.
You know, that's what your name says isn't always what you do, Evilly.
Well,
like you're a sweetheart.
I'm evil.
She's so evil, folks. So evil. All right, Power Jam for Fight Crew. Here they go.
Oh, and it's on. So on. Bella Blitz was really doing a great job of trying to slow down the Fight Crew jammer.
Once again, just amazes me how fast these skaters get up. Pink Poison, I swear, bounced and was standing again instantly.
Yeah, they literally do. And then we got Kitten Crush, just like getting an onslaught of Scream Queens. I mean, look at that. It's like being swarmed. And watch the directional blocks there. Oh,
now,
watch the pack.
Oh, yeah. Split pack, you're not allowed to hit while the pack is split.
Yeah, when the enforcer in the middle does that little goalpost thing, that means the pack is split and you're not supposed to be hitting each other during that time.
Yeah, Fight Crew had somebody in the back, but then they got knocked off the track, so there was no pack. Once again, we're going to have to see how the enforcers score, but right now it's Kitten Crush coming around the mountain.
Yeah.
Not much time left. Can we get more points? I don't know. You got the hips have to pass the hips, and nope. 5 points total for Fight Crew.
All right, going to bring up to 27-34. Less than 2 minutes in the first quarter, and then we'll have a quick 5-minute break. You can buy yourself some raffle tickets. Oh, apparently they're going to take a quick timeout, so we can tell you all the things you can do, and you have 5 minutes. So
what can I do, Evilly?
You can go to the bar, you can get a drink, you can buy raffle tickets, you can go get some snacks, and then, buy a shirt, all that good stuff. Remember, we are a nonprofit organization, so please buy stuff. We need the money to keep the lights on.
Can I post on social media about what a nice time I'm having?
Yes, and you should definitely tag us, because I'm having a wonderful time. And but always not having a wonderful time. People in the penalty box, and for Fight Crew, that includes Wensley Adams with a blocking out of bounds, and I believe that's Stitches with a failure to reform. And then we have a directional block there for the Scream Queens, and is that, I can't see with the bottom. Oh, and then Skate White Shark also has a directional block. I think that might be being challenged here, but it's Pink Poison and Skate White Shark in the penalty box for the Scream Queens. And then, of course, our DJ MacBook Air bringing out the hits.
Yeah, that directional block, when the whistle goes, every skater on the track must take off in a counterclockwise fashion. They are not allowed to stop, and they are not allowed to take one single step in a clockwise fashion. You can really get confused on that, especially when you're hitting uphill.
Oh! Cosmic Jammer gets out and just wants to call it off. It's just like, no.
Let's get those blockers out of the box and clear it out.
Do a reset. I wish I could do that so many times in life. Just put my hands on my hips and have a total reset. And that's Manic Panic, who is jamming for the Fight Crew. Wait. Echo's in the penalty box again? It's like in the...
Low block.
Low block. Good job.
Yeah, one of the ways you get that low block is if you fall and somebody falls over you evilly. So it's not so much, it can be because you stuck your leg
or
out.
It's tripping.
But
sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you just trip somebody.
I didn't see it happen, but that's what I would guess.
Yeah, Stargirl is the jammer. Dirty Tricks hitting and getting a little bit too out of that engagement zone. Had to let the jammer go.
Frida Bralo just getting hung up front by Katana Crash. Finally breaks on through.
Yeah, Frida Bralo, not lead, but getting so close to coming to the back of that pack.
So Stargirl calls that one off.
Yeah.
20 seconds left to go. This will probably be our last jam of the first.
That's right, and we're going to start the end the third quarter, or first quarter, with 34-31, and depending on how this jam goes out, we'll see who leads ahead.
Katana Crush sitting down. Fight Crew has 3 blockers.
Ooh, pink poison. Oh, yeah, a little slippery there sometimes.
And another hit from Chemical X, but 63 shakes it off.
Yeah, that's Beetlejuke. Beetlejuke is out and about. Whereas Betty Rumble stuck back in the pack. Betty Rumble wasn't supposed to skate today because she's had some wisdom teeth pulled out, but
Oh, really?
decided it wasn't as bad as possible, wondering how Betty Rumble's going to feel about that later.
Chemical X a little slow to get back up, but is back on the track. Like to see that. Game clock has run out, but the jam goes on until it's called off, and there it is.
All right, everybody, that's the end of the first quarter.
4 points for Fight Crew, bringing them to 35.
And Fight Crew takes it by 1 point, 35-34. We'll also have some penalties. We'll be back to you in just a few minutes. I was trying to politely tell you.
I appreciate that. I realized that, so I was like, wait, no, shush.
go for a second. All right, everybody, welcome back to the second quarter of exciting road to reaction here in Valhalla. We are starting the jam off with a challenge, and for that, we thought we'd just let DJ MacBook Air have a little bit more fun with that. But with the challenges we had penalties against Scream Queens. It was hit and hidden, I believe, with the directional block, and we also had for Fight Crew, I believe it was Ziggy in there.
We had some penalties.
We had some penalties.
I'm not willing to say more than that, Evilly, and not on the advice of my lawyer, Lusty Loveless.
Well, when Lusty Loveless speaks, we all listen. And hopefully that the enforcers are listening right now as they try to figure out what's going on. Yeah, I see a lot of explanation happening right now, a lot of talking over there. They kind of herd together and then go over the different points, make sure it's all legal, and then they come together and let us know what happened.
Well, they check in with all of the penalty calling officials, including those off-the-track refs in the turns there. Get everybody's perspective on what they saw, because we don't have VAR, and so they've got to go by people's memories and eyeballs. But fortunately, good memories and lots of eyeballs. Lots of eyeballs, Emily.
Lots and
so
lots.
many eyeballs.
So many eyeballs.
That's what you want, is a lot of eyeballs. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah, you know.
Join the enforcers. They want your eyeballs.
Yeah, and they're always recruiting. I believe they have a ref orientation coming up pretty soon. You can learn more on the website or...
email refs@derbydolls.com. That should work.
You know, it's always good to do that and just see what happens.
Just see what happens. Anything could happen.
Yeah, you should just email refs@derbydolls.com and see what happens. Just do it. All right.
All right, looks like that challenge was won.
Yeah, so it was a directional block against Ziggy, and then we also had another block in there against 63 Beetlejuke.
All right, I see 63, though. 63 is in the box. So
yeah.
This is going to be a power jam in favor of the Scream Queens. Scream Queens lost their lead. They went down by 1 in that last jam of the first, so they are looking to get that back.
All right, jammers are off with a somewhat thinned out pack. Jammers off, excuse me.
Yeah,
and that
just
is
the one.
Just 15, that's Trauma Queen. Trauma Queen. 1 point behind for the Scream Queens, so this is a chance for the Scream Queens to take the lead. course, Queen, nice little hop, skip, and a jump on the infield.
I thought Trauma Queen was stuck behind that back wall, but nope, just waiting for the moment to step around and get through on the apex.
That's what a lot of life is, just waiting for that moment.
Gotta wait for your moment, but it's not just wait for the moment. I'm good at the waiting part. It's the acting when it appears.
When it's
That's
at the
hard part.
moment.
All right, Trauma
Yeah.
Queen once again pulls up a full pull.
Just really comes through on there.
10 points so far, and got time for some more if they hustle.
Yeah, 7 seconds left on that jam clock, and I see Trauma Queen pushing in harder, going in deep, and then nope, not going to make it. Calls it off.
Yeah, Fight Crew a little too fast there, but 10 big points for the Scream Queens.
Taking the lead, 44-35, and nobody in the penalty box.
Yay!
Yay! That's something we can all appreciate. I love seeing these full packs.
Hidden, battling it out with Katana Crash at the front. Katana Crash backed up by 2 more Fight Crew blockers who try to close the door but can't quite get it to latch.
Yeah, Phoebe Punisher, getting taken into the infield. And that is giving Hidden a chance to make some more movement on that track.
Hidden,
dirty tricks. Taken out the opposing jammer. Hidden through. Stargirl trying to come through with one last block.
Coach is saying, keep it going.
Yeah, still got 11 seconds on the jam clock.
Why not? Everybody likes
While
points.
you're there and doing so well.
If you're up, can you just give me some more points, please?
That would be great.
I'd really like if you got me some more points. And Hidden does, passing 1 Fight Crew in the back. So at least 1 more extra point.
Yeah,
Nothing doing for Fight Crew.
We need points and we need some snacks.
And 6 points. 6 points for the Scream Queens. Bring them to a nice round 50 to Fight Crew's 35. I see a jammer in blue on the line. I do not see a jammer in red, Evilie.
No, I see a lot of enforcers, and then I see a red shirt sitting in the penalty box for the Fight Crew. Obviously, since they're wearing red, it would be a red shirt that I would be seeing.
I think they're going to talk it over a little bit more. And this is an official timeout.
It's official. Yeah, let's hear it for the official timeout. All right, once again, thanking everyone who took part of the wave. That was really cool. We appreciate you doing that. And a big thank you again to everybody in the chat room. Thank you for watching us on the Derby Dolls YouTube channel. It means a lot to us. Our rad crew does a tremendous amount of work getting that production together, and they always do a stellar job. And to everyone watching near and far, we really appreciate your support of the Derby Dolls. I might know somebody in there from Australia. I'm not
In
sure.
fact, I don't know about Australia, but Helix Nebula, Evie loves you. Hi from Ireland to Zoom and Chemical X. Oh my goodness, Ireland.
Oh, how do you rank for gender rights? Sorry, just been asking those questions lately.
Sweetie is in the chat and says, love Pink Poison in the front.
It's weird to have Bout Day without Sweetie. But I think of Sweetie every morning because I have some seeds that Sweetie gave me that are in my chaos garden.
Oh, I love
and
that.
When I open up the curtains and I see those beautiful flowers blooming and I smile and I think Sweetie. It's a wonderful way to think of somebody. So if anyone wants to trade flower seeds, let me know.
I just wanted to roll by your place and just start throwing seeds in and just surprise you.
Can you roll by with that non-alcoholic stuff you bought me for Christmas?
That's good stuff, right?
Man, that was so good.
All right, we got some penalties reported here. All right, so 1609, Hidden, got dinged for an above the shoulders as a jammer. That was for the Scream Queens. Fight Crew got dinged for 817 for a back block as a jammer. So those penalties will offset. I mean, they still have to sit them, but we'll have a jammer for both sides. 522 is Stargirl, who had a directional block, and 347 illegal block, but must skate in this jam, I do believe.
Yeah, the musket, you do have to have a certain amount of players out there. You know, it is a game, and these things are important.
So what this results in is both teams are going to have jammers. That's the bottom line there, Evilie.
We like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
And Fight Crew will be at a slight disadvantage in the pack.
Obviously, power jams are important, especially if you're trying to make a comeback, but I like it better when we used to not have power jams. That was kind of a thing that came around later. It was always the jammers who were on the track.
If you have any questions about roller derby, just ask anybody who looks like they skate. If you see a Derby Dolls shirt, a uniform shirt, or any of the folks working at merch, anybody selling raffle tickets, they'll probably answer a question. I'll answer a question if you catch me. I don't know if it'll be a right answer, but I'll answer. I'm always willing.
I'm here to help. Here to help.
All right, Fight Crew's got 2 blockers. Scream Queens have 3.
Yeah, but they got Ziggy, who is jamming, and then the blockers are Wensley Adams and Jolteon. But still, Bubba Vroom makes it out for Scream Queens.
Yeah.
Got Mayday in the pack, helping with that, along with Skate White Shark, and of course Chemical X. Tough pack, I tell you. It's a lot of power. I always got nervous going on the inside line. I'm just always afraid someone's going to drop me. But the thing is, if you drop and you go sideways, that's where you get those directional blocks. Oh, Ziggy! Ziggy is out! But Ziggy is not the lead jammer. Ziggy is just trying to stay in front. But Vroom has to call it off.
Yeah, I was looking to see, could they get that last, could she get that last point, but decides to call it off instead.
Yeah, 4 points for the Scream Queens, bringing it to 54 to 35. Yeah!
Nobody in the box. Both jammers once again setting up low evilly.
Super low.
Seeing a lot of folks setting up low.
Start low, go high. It's better than starting high and going low, is it? I don't know.
It depends on what you like.
Are we talking realistically with gravity or metaphorically?
You do see people set up high a lot just because you get a little extra boost.
Yeah, because of the gravity.
Because of the gravity, exactly. All right, but needing no extra boost, it's Jurassic Punk, lead jammer for the Scream Queens.
Jurassic Punk was helping out with Raffle last time, too.
Jurassic Punk is now eating up that track.
I know, with those fantastic rainbow socks.
The signature rainbow socks.
Yeah, signature.
Everybody needs a signature item. All right, Fight Crew getting that jammer out.
Mine's my parole officer. He's over there.
Queen Cobra is out, and Jurassic Punk's trying to pick up some points for the Scream Queens.
Oh, and it was both people who called Raffle last game or jamming against each other. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
Scream Queens picking them up and calling it off.
Letting them know they have options on the track, off the track.
Nothing for the Fight Crew on that one, and 2 for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, I see those rainbow socks going right into the penalty box.
Yeah, this one's going to be a power jam in favor of Fight Crew.
That was a back blocking penalty. All right. One jam on the floor, one team that can score, and that is Fight Crew.
Fight Crew needs this one. They are down by 16 points. They're down by 19 points. I can't do math. I can do math. I'm great at math. 45, 55, 21 points. That's how many they're down by.
Yeah, but luckily they won't have that pesky Department of Education anymore. So, all right, and that is Crush coming through. No, Crash. Katana Crash, Kitten Crush.
Yeah.
The Crash Crush.
Crush, 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 crush.
Dynamic duo of derby awesomeness.
Scream Queens taking off, trying to split the pack.
Yeah, Dirty Tricks doing a great job there. Dirty Tricks has been causing all kinds of trouble. Of course, living up to their name. Mad X also is causing a lot of trouble. And Crash just keeps coming through. You can always tell the lead jammer because there's an enforcer in the middle pointing at him. In this case, it's Morningwood, who has a red headband, sweatband on the helmet. And you can tell that when Morningwood's pointing to you that you are the lead jammer.
5 points for Fight Crew on that. Good defense, good keeping the pack fast by that Scream Queens blocker core.
I just saw a hug on the track. Oh wait, that was last. No,
yeah,
that was last jam. We already did that. We did the whole Punk in the box thing.
Yeah, we're so over it.
Yeah, that was last jam.
That's so last jam.
Oh, God.
All right, the sign in the stand says, "Go is hell on wheels." We heart ya, or we heart something anyway, but it is the Scream Queens and Chemical X out
Chemical
first.
X. Chemical X destroying the track, but is Hell on Wheels is loose. Oh man, incredible. So into that pack, calls it off right before Is Hell on Wheels can come through.
Chemical X just bullying their own blockers up and down to create friendly sides and to pile up a couple of points, and then spins around and calls it off.
Oh, lovely description. And we do have a penalty against Mad X, and that is for a directional block. This game is brought to you by Directional Blocks.
This game is brought to you by Confusing Numbers. That's Vroom. Mad X is 55-33.
Yeah, so 33-55 is Mad X, 55-33 is Vroom.
They do it just to mess with us.
Our brains are pretty good considering we keep all these numbers relatively straight.
That's why I just say blue half the time.
Well,
I can still see color.
That blue is Cosmic Jammer. Oh, that was beautiful. That was fantastic.
And it got a round of applause from Trauma Queen at the
Trauma
back of the
Queen
pack.
is just like fantastic. I love it when people support each other and they lift each other like that.
That was
like,
awesome.
Bravo. You should always take a moment to celebrate.
Yeah, clap for your
Always
jammer.
celebrate the wins, whatever they are. I'll take it. I know you celebrate the wins wherever they are, Trixie. You taught me that.
Always clap for your jammer. Always kiss the homies goodnight.
Yeah.
Scream Queens out and lead.
Yep.
There goes Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night out, subbing, looking lovely in blue though, but subbing for Scream Queens. And that's Samwise Gamgee out for the Fight Crew. Fight Night's got to come against that wall of red.
Kind of
just goes through everyone due to the height differential.
Absolutely, height advantage there. That it just kind of slid Fight Night through that wall, and I believe probably picked up a couple points off of it. I see Casey Cajones in the corner calling somebody on an arms penalty.
Uh-oh.
I see one blue skater in the box, and Fight Crew took one down too, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh, everyone's really aggressive today. Are you okay? Is everyone okay? Oh, it's because Karen's up here. Karen's trouble, I tell you. Let me tell you about Karen.
Well, we've got this break in the action, Evilly. Tell me everything you know.
Yeah, we're going to tell you.
Fight Night going to the box. Star on head. Sadness in heart.
Sadness.
And Power Jam for the Fight Crew coming right up.
Yeah, Skate White Shark taking the pivot position. Now, the thing about the pivot is they're kind of the leader of the pack in some ways, but if there were a jam for Screen Queen, I'm sorry. We got a Chata there with the red flag, and that means we have a challenge, everybody. All right, I'm going to take a moment to thank our sponsors. This bout is brought to you by S1 Helmets. S1 Helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009, the official helmet of the Derby Dolls. Shop smart. Shop S1 Helmet smart. This bout is also brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations, governmental agencies, and support of efforts to improve the quality and strengthen of life and strengthen families and affirm Vernon's ties with the neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. We're so, we've had a long, rich history with Los Angeles, and we're so grateful that Vernon has welcomed us. And a lot of that history is currently available for this month on the front page of the Natural History Museum, County of Los Angeles. They're doing a thing on LA on Wheels, and they're featuring the Derby Dolls this month. So if you have not gone to the Natural History Museum of LA County's website to see their LA Wheels section on the Derby Dolls, and me, I know me, old lady me, got some recognition because I'm officially old enough to be a dinosaur in a museum.
Yeah, Evilly's in a museum.
Yeah, I'm that old, but it celebrates our rich history here, and we could not do it if we were not supported by the city of Vernon. And if you want to support us, remember you can always sign up to join Dolls Nation. Derby Doll Nation, you just sign up, you get a gift pack, which includes a Derby Doll Nation mug, a pin, a lanyard, a card holder, stickers, 10% off merch, free raffle ticket at every game. You get personalized membership card with your name. All you have to do is scan the QR code at the bar, merch, or entrance booth, Then you just show that you've gone to the page to sign up, and then once you do it, show that the message to the merch, and you can pick up your prize gift packet right there. Super exciting.
All right, so the discussion that's going on right now in the infield amongst all of the penalty calling enforcers is about the illegal procedure call on
What?
that jam. Illegal procedure for an
What?
For an illegal call-off, Evilly.
Ooh, we do not get a lot of
No,
illegal.
we
I
sure
think
don't.
that is the one. No, delay of game's the one that Stefan doesn't know. Hey, there's Chance the Lapper. Does anyone know who Chance the Lapper is? Chance the Lapper is a really cool skater for the Tough Cookies. And Chance is selling raffle tickets. Chance is the most wonderful person with the most beautiful smile. And if you buy raffle tickets, you'll make Chance happy and you'll make all of us happy. So we do that right here at the end of the third quarter. You can't win unless you have a ticket. You can win that Starbucks gift card, the Fall Guys plushie, the Daniel Tiger's neighborhood trolley and figurines, and of course the Derby Dolls merch bag. So it's fun to win stuff. And your money is a contribution to keeping us going, and we appreciate that. Oh, look, Chance has a customer.
There you go. And if you are a kid out there and you want that Daniel Tiger thing, you say, parents, loved ones, please give me money. Please, 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 please. Can I have some money so I can be at the raffle, please?
And just remind them, and just say, you're not asking for money for yourself. You're asking money for the Derby Dolls. And they're
That's
a 501c3. Now, just repeat after me. 501c3 nonprofit.
Yeah, tell your parents that, kids.
They'll, these kids know these things today. We don't give kids enough credit today. They know what's going on. They know what's happening.
They know about tax law.
Yeah, they do because they hear their parents talking about it. I feel like I knew more about property taxes before anything else. Because if I can spend a day of my life never complaining about property taxes, I'm happy to be a renter forever. Okay, so let's go over what's happening here. So for the Scream Queens, we had Maddox with a failure to reform, and then we had that illegal procedure.
And that challenge was lost, Evilly.
Oh, poor Shada. She's gone through so much, and now this.
And now losing this challenge.
Now losing this challenge.
I don't think
I know.
I question your sense of perspective, Evilly, but it must have been disheartening. Illegal call-off. The only thing I can think of, there's two reasons I can think why you would have an illegal call-off. One would be if you called it off from the infield. You're not allowed to do that.
Or if you're not the lead jammer.
Or if you're not the lead jammer. That's true.
Like if you try calling off and you're not the lead jammer, you can try and get away with that. It doesn't work. I've tried it. I've tried it. Unfortunately, it's not very successful.
Well, the result is this is a power jam for the Fight Crew. They are down 40 to the Scream Queens 65. Just over 5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, and Fight Crew, though, they are down, I believe, Destroyer in the penalty box.
Yeah, I believe that's 8:57 wearing that star.
Yeah, that's Kitten Crush. Wow. Kitten Crush. Doing very well. And now, see, okay, so here's what's happening. Skate White Shark, Chemical X, and Bella trying to race the pack. Oh, Wensley, Adam, and Jolteon and Ziggy are trying to make them stop. So this is the chaos that begins. And watching these 6 skaters try to stop the jammer while the Fight Crew's trying to get their jammer through is just absolutely beautiful. Look at them. They're so amazing.
Yeah, these are some of our most experienced skaters, Evilly. We break these packs down by experience, level of skating, and these are the top dogs.
Wow. Yeah, Skate White Shark tried to land a block there on Kitten Crush, didn't have it, although Chemical X did a pretty good job of holding back, but like I said, you see those goalpost arms and you know they're out of play and you can't keep
10 points for Fight Crew.
Yeah.
Bella Blitz taking a walk to the box there.
Are we going to guess it's a directional block? How many people think it's a directional block? Shall we? Yeah? Anyone?
No.
Show of hands, directional block? Okay. Let's see.
Fair,
Is it? A directional
you're
block.
only half right.
And a blocking out of bounds.
See, that's what happens when you're smarty pants, Evilly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bella. I think you're an amazing skater, but we're going to teach you about the directional blocks. I hope it doesn't haunt you for the rest of your life. I hope I think you are amazing. And that was Echo jamming briefly and then calling it off. A rookie. We love the rookies.
We get so many directional blocks in this game, Evilly, because these skaters are so motivated. They look back, they see that jammer coming up, they see that opposing blocker, and they just want to get them so bad that they take that one step back, especially if they're stepping uphill.
It ain't illegal if you don't see it.
Did
I just say that?
With this many eyeballs, Evely,
I know.
Oh boy.
I think we're a little short though. I'm not sure, but oh man.
So Fight Night started that jam out of position, had left Pivot Alley and tried to get back in, but when the whistle was blown, they were in an illegal position, and then the jammer hit him from behind and fell down. So we're gonna have to hear from the enforcers.
We should just save that one for halftime because that's going to need some explanation. Dirty Tricks trying to get through that pack.
Yeah, I hate it when they do complicated illegal things. Do simple illegal
I
things.
know,
Can't
but
you?
know what? The thing is with the juniors, are so amazing that they even come up with unique penalties because their level of strategy is so next level that even their penalties are complicated.
This pack is all over town. Finally getting back together, and it's Stargirl leading still.
Yeah, Dirty Tricks is out, but not the lead jammer. That's why Metal Kyle is doing that little slashing thing. That's saying not the lead jammer. So basically, Dirty Tricks is trying to get to a point scoring position, but it's getting too close, so Stargirl calls it off.
Interesting choice by Stargirl, who racked up 4 points there for the Fight Crew. When you're behind like that, Evely, it's more to your advantage to call it off earlier so you can fit more jams in.
Oh my God. This is why you used to train juniors.
Exactly.
If only you were still training, they would know that.
Yeah, I don't want Greg to burn in.
I know. All right, we have a ton of penalties here. So we have that's the legal procedure that you were talking about there on Fright Night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got the low blocking for Mad X, and then we've got that back blocking penalty against the jammer. What is that?
Well, that's
a stop block against 17. That's Dirty Tricks. And then on the other side, we have a cutting penalty against Destroyer. And then we also have a back penalty against Stargirl. So basically, we have both jammers down. If you don't have jammers on the track, it's basically like couple skate, which is lovely. But, we haven't had time to work on some synchronized dance moves.
And we can never agree on the music.
No.
It just causes more problems than it solves. So we decide, okay, they're going to sit and we're going to have jammers for all.
I mean, the obvious choice, of course, is the Scorpions rocking like a hurricane, but...
It's so romantic. That was the first dance at my wedding.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mine was the Ramones, I Want to Be Sedated. And it's been me and my husband, 24 years of it. I moved in with my husband 3 years ago this month.
Wow.
That was weird. Because I'm so young.
You are so young. You're so young, so vibrant, so full of life.
I just got hey, did everyone see my new tattoo? You all know the disco skate? See me later. I got a tattoo yesterday of the disco skate to celebrate my 22 years it was actually kind of it's my 20-year anniversary late.
Aw.
Yeah.
That is the disco skate anniversary.
Yes, and it is the Disco Skate anniversary because our first game was 20 years ago, and that is when Bitchy Kitten made us our first mirror skate. So it's technically the 20th anniversary of the mirror skate for all those who have been wondering about that. And I'll never forget when I came in, I was like, who made that? And of course it was Bitchy, and who also designed the track. We built all this ourselves. There were some playbooks, but we made our own rules. That's the best part about starting the Derby Dolls. It's like, let's just make our own rules. It'll be more fun. I like that. I like making my own rules.
All right, so we are back on the track. 3 blockers for Fight Crew, 2 for the Scream Queens.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the whole Jolteon versus Chemical X I am in for. Wednesday was out, so was Mayday, but I think it's probably pretty good to call that one off. Now, don't forget, during halftime, buy those raffle tickets, go outside, check out our vendors, our food, and, of course, buy that merch, because the merch is, when things sell out, we don't always reorder them. There's limited edition stuff, and if you see stuff on the website and you don't see it up, they might have it somewhere you can get it from them. By the way, Wensley Adams with an arms penalty, and that is going to make this a power jam advantage to the Scream Queens. Doing a little rustle around of reshuffling.
Every day I'm reshuffling.
Every day. Okay, there we go. Every day I'm reshuffling. That is so true.
All right, 1:09 left on the game clock, so we will have at least one more jam after this one.
All right, Echo. Echo's out. Hits that slippery part. It's okay. You got it, Echo. Go! You got it. Trust your skates, trust your feet, just feel in your body. You've got this. Just take a moment. You are fine. Everything is fine. Just look at that pack and picture yourself going through it like a hot knife through butter. Had to work that one in for Jackie Daniels. Oh, see, look, you did it! A full scoring pass. Fantastic, Echo. Incredible. Really well done.
Great job by Echo finding that hole on the inside and sliding right on through. 17 seconds left on the jam clock.
Yeah, I mean, you wear your skates like they're a part of you, and then all of a sudden you're like jamming, and all of a sudden you feel like, you know, Wile E. Coyote with rocket skates, and you're like, what is happening to me?
I have never felt that way.
Yeah, well, you're Trixie Biscuit. I'm evil, and I always have little problems with stuff. That's why I'm evil.
Oh, and just as Echo gets to the back, the
So
full
close.
time.
Let's make some noise for Echo, everybody. What a fantastic jam. And no penalties.
No,
You
don't
did
think
it.
so.
You
Oh,
did
no
it.
penalties
Well,
for
not
Echo.
for Echo. There is one, unfortunately, for Jurassic Punk. Not
Yeah.
so lucky with a low blocking penalty. Man, Samwise Gamgee, oh, so close to getting that hidden hit and dirty tricks. Hidden's gonna get out of play.
Yeah, if you're a jammer and you hear split pack, you need to just run forward as fast as you can because they're not allowed to hit you.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah. I mean, there's some people who would fall and then pull the back out of play. I'm not gonna say what team that was, what era
no
of
one
the
would,
doll
no one
factory
would
that
ever
was.
do that on purpose.
No one would ever do that and
Ever.
start slow derby, which basically, oh boy, do I have the feelings on that. Anyway, but nobody would do that. Not the juniors, because they're way more competitive. Slamwise Gamgee out again. Uh-oh. Oh, sees the opposing jammer. And so rightfully calls it off.
That's 5 for Fight Crew, bringing them to 59 to the Scream Queens 70.
All right, and we will have a penalty against Mad X for back blocking, but it's halftime, everybody. So go get some drinks, some merch, and raffle tickets, and we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Second half exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Everybody get to your seats. Everybody get ready. We've had a fantastic game, haven't we, Trixie? Yeah.
We absolutely have.
Yeah. 70 Scream Queens, 59 to Fight Crew. And let's get the action underway. We do have, this is going to be a Power Jam advantage for the Fight Crew. That is Mad X was sitting in the play box for the Scream Queens.
Quick exit by Fight Crew. That's what they want to see. They've got a lot of ground to make up. Not a lot of ground, but a little bit of ground to make up.
You know, this has been such a tight game. It's hard to think of anybody running away with it at this moment.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Eva Lee, Scream Queens have been pretty consistent quarter on quarter, but either they upped the defense or Fight Crew lost a step offensively because they were held to just 24 points to the Scream Queens 36 or so in the second. So, like I said, Fight Crew making up ground, just picked up another 5 and are looking for more.
Yeah, that's Angelina, a rookie, another rookie. Yeah, look at the rookie owning the track. Coming, really taking advantage of this Power Jam and doing a fantastic job of evening it up for the Fight Crew. Now you see there, Morningwood started to do the out of play thing. It looks like a field goal. And then so when you start the arm swinging, they're giving you failure to reform penalties. So you are notified when you are in trouble and you do have time to conform or you will pay the price. And how many points did we get there for Fight Crew? 5 points for Fight Crew, everybody. And we do have penalties. We got Cosmic Jammer in the play box for the Scream Queens with a directional block. And we also got a directional block there on the Fight Crew as well. And
that was on Mayhem, so both of those are sitting.
Mayhem.
And it's the Scream Queens once again out and lead. Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night, out lead for the Scream Queens. Frito Brawlo, Dirty Tricks holding the front of that pack. Samwise Gamgee getting out. Fight Night trying to come up against Phoebe Punisher.
Fight Night,
And
really
Crush.
good move in the back, swoops high, pulls the wall high, and then jumps right back down to pass and pick up 4 points. Hidden looks like sitting down there for the Scream Queens.
Oh my.
Ooh, a couple of Fight Crew
Oh
reporting the
yeah,
box,
we're seeing that
including the Jammer.
Yeah, Jammer Star helmet going into the penalty box. And yeah, that's against Samwise Gamgee. And we also got Katana Crash in there with the arms penalty. And then for the Scream Queens, we've got that directional block there against Hidden. Scream Queens ahead by 10 points, 74 to 64, and here comes Mayday. Wow, fantastic move there by Mayday. Look at the strength of the stride. Just incredible. Ziggy Stardust, though, and Wensley Adams and Is Hell on Wheels, they are not making that that an easy pack to get through as Ziggy definitely tries to hold back Mayday.
Wow, is that a hit, Eva Lee?
That was beautiful.
Somebody on the track lost a toe stop. Might be
Oh,
finding
you
out
don't
the
need
hard way.
those. In my day, you had toe plugs and you liked it. And you could actually get manicures or pedicures, and your feet actually look decent.
Not my feet, but maybe somebody else's.
Yeah.
Goes down and gets past. That's unfortunate timing.
I was thinking of Is Hell on Wheels. My feet have not recovered from the marathon I've done, my toes. So I'm just thinking of Is Hell on Wheels doing a marathon and then a derby game within the same week.
14 points for the Scream Queens.
Wow, big jam for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate fall there by Fight Crew right at the end there, because when his hell went down and got passed, that also accrued the 2 ghost points in the penalty box. So it was 3 for 1 there right at the end.
Yeah, Is Hell is in the penalty box. That is not a very happy-looking penalty box. If you want to punish yourself, you can do crunches like Tara Armoff used to do. She always did crunches while she was in the penalty box to show how serious she was. It was like a scene out of Cape Fear with De Niro in prison for all those, or or Robert Mitchum in prison, depending on which Cape
I don't know,
Fear
it's
you
one of
like.
the kids. I bet they know.
What's their favorite
Hey
Cape
kids,
Fear?
what's your favorite Robert Mitchum movie?
If you are not familiar with Robert Mitchum, you need to be. Okay, there's definitely some points. I love when Karen's in the booth. We got to have this happen more often. So it's an arms penalty against Ziggy, a cutting penalty, and an illegal block for Is Hell. And then I believe that's a directional block time something. It's a lot of penalties there for Pink Poison. So, but here goes the jam. Yeah, that was a quick call off again. That was Mayhem with a quick call off.
Gotta spring those blockers, Italy. Free the blockers.
I know, but
Free them
I
from
think
the
it's
box.
you know, when you have different levels playing, so gotta have everyone needs to have longer jams.
And it's Mayhem at the back of the pack. Lots of bodies hitting the floor. Hitting the lead jammer position.
Yeah, Hidden is out, and so is Katana Crash. Both the jammers out. Look at that pack hustling.
Hidden calls it off, but not before Fight Crew steals at least one, maybe more. Fight Crew jammer reporting to the box. 347 with a back block by Katana Crash. Uh-oh, Fight Crew fans. As for you, Scream Queens fans, you've got a power play.
Yeah, that's right.
Power jam, sorry.
It's a power jam.
We're not at a hockey game, my bad.
Stop mixing up your sports, Trixie. That is Bella Blitz as your power jammer and having a really difficult time coming through that defense of the Fight Crew.
But Bella, undaunted, makes it out. 39 seconds on the jam clock.
Yeah, that is a really aggressive pack preparing for Bella to get in. And
Yeah.
Bella's going to take advantage of all the action on the high side, I think. Go into the infield, goes into the infield, has to get back up without advancing position. Oh!
Breaks through, probably picked up all the points, but is resetting to the back and is going to have to fight her way.
Yeah,
to
you
get
gotta
past that.
skate with your feet, not your face. And I think there's like a head dive that may have led to some points there, but
As long as your hips pass, it don't matter how you do it, but oof. Bella makes it through, but costs her precious, precious time. I don't think Bella's getting around, and neither does the referee. That's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for the Scream Queens, bringing them to 97 to Junior Fight Crew 65. 8:32 go in this third, and that means you have 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to buy raffle tickets, folks.
yeah, Fight Crew getting a timeout called off.
They're
Call
calling
off
a
time-
time. They're
call
not
off
being
time
given
off.
a timeout. You get a timeout, Fight Crew. You think about what you did.
I think Fight Crew is going to, well, Jolteon was going to the penalty box, so I think Jolteon was going to be thinking about what they did. So what we have here, Chemical X is going to be in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with a directional block, and then we have Is Hell with a back blocking penalty, and Jolteon with a directional block for Fight Crew. So Fight Crew, they're trying to figure out how they want to deal with the Scream Queens lead. They're up 97 to 65. So this is kind of a crucial part in the game if they want to make sure that they can try and turn things around for them. Hope everyone's having fun in the chat room. I will let you know who's in there, but I have issues on my phone with getting into the chat room. But I hope everyone in there is having a good time. And of course, thank you to all of you for being here. Is anybody here for the first time? Really? Welcome. Yeah, right on. That's right. Show your muscles. See how excited they are that you are here? That was all for you. It was. I love that you're here. This beautiful bank track that the Los Angeles Derby Dolls, we built this ourselves. We built this league ourselves 22 years ago in 2003. And we are still here representing bank track roller derby in Los Angeles. What an honor. And of course, the tremendous future of roller derby is all about these juniors. I talk about the future, but the present is pretty incredible. I love their bouts so much. They're just so incredible.
All right, Fight Crew doing a little do-si-do up there, but now they've got their personnel in position. One pivot, one blocker. It's not a lot of folks, Evilee.
Not a lot.
A lot of track to cover, and there goes the Scream Queens jammer.
Yeah, that Trauma Queen out lead. Well, 1975 Queen Cobra still trying to get through.
Fight Crew slowing down. That's not what you want to do, folks. You want to go faster because you only got 2 blockers.
Oh, Trauma Queen.
Calls it off with panache, Evilee.
Panache. I have not heard that word in ages, and may I say, a fantabulous word to use.
Yes, indeed. Trauma Queen splits the blockers, spins it around, calls it off, and the Scream Queens are going to take a timeout.
I feel like we have a dance contest, and now it's on, and now they're pointing at the Scream Queens. So now the Scream Queens have got to figure out what they're going to do next, because it's on, people.
It's on. It's already had been brought in.
You already know that it's on. Hey, if you think you have what it takes to be a Derby doll, don't forget, we have all kinds of opportunities to skate this bank track. We have our Derby Por Vida programs that's on Sundays. Fun way to just learn Derby, either if you want to skate it or if you just want to enjoy this track. We also have our Fresh Meat program. And of course, our Enforcer program, we're doing some recruiting there. The junior program itself for skaters 7 to 17. And we'll be doing the junior camp here from July 21st to 26th with a special camp game on the 26th. And yeah, all kinds of fun ways you can get involved with the Derby Dolls. We are a volunteer-run organization. And if you're interested in finding out more ways to get involved, go to derbydolls.com or just hang out. You know, somebody might put you to work. You never know. I think do we still need a camera operator for turn 3? I don't know. I can ask Gandalf if we got that.
Ask Gandalf.
Gandalf is running around. Poor Gandalf has so much pressure. And has to skate a game later. Yeah.
That's right. We got another game coming up today, don't we, Evilee?
We do. The adult bout starts at 6:30 is the first whistle. So you can tune in yourself on our YouTube channel, Derby Dolls, and you can check out the adults game, which will be also a repeat of the Scream Queens versus the Fight Crew, but older people.
It'll be just like this, but taller.
But taller.
That's our promise to you.
That is basically the main difference. All right, Scream Queen still using advantage of that timeout, working out what their move will be for the next jammer call-off extravaganza. No pressure. There's always pressure, right?
There's a little pressure, you know.
If you're feeling too much pressure, you should check out our amazing medical staff. If you're looking for a chiropractor or acupuncturist, visit one of our team. They support the dolls year-round and are some of the best around. That's the Derby Dolls Repair Team. You can check them out on our website, derbydolls.com/repair. You'll find it.
/ what?
I don't know. Just go to derbydolls.com. Go off it.
Google it.
Google it. Don't Google it. Just go there. Then we have to pay for the ad dollars.
Oh, that's true.
Or something like that. I don't know how that works. Someone's always everybody wants their cut, you know?
Everybody wants a piece.
Everybody wants, Stargirl wants a piece of those points, but doesn't want a piece of the penalty box. Oh, yeah! I love this. I love it when people start stomping their feet. That's my favorite. It's like thunder down under. Dirty tricks. The jammer.
Big red wall in that back. Dirty Tricks tries to take the load, doesn't make it, but the pack is in front, or rather there's no pack.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Got immediately, we had a lead jammer change there super quick, and which happens. Roller derby's fast because of the wheels on the feet.
What with the wheels and all?
With the wheels and all.
The upshot was, I saw 2 points called there for Junior Fight Crew. They have 67 Scream Queens in past the century mark with 101. Yeah, you can clap for 101. 101's exciting. Evilee, who are you streaming to right now?
I'm not streaming to anybody. I'm just making a memory.
Oh, sorry. Now your memory's got me asking you what you're doing in it.
I'm not recording anything yet. Oh, it's going to be a power jam.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Or yay, depending on which team you're
Yeah.
on. I just uh-oh for all power jams.
Oh, no, it's not. Stitches is going.
Surprise.
Stitches. Surprise.
Surprise! Not a power jam.
Regular jam.
That's something I learned from a coworker. She says, don't say sorry anymore. Just say surprise.
Surprise. There's a penalty against Fight Crew.
Katana Crash with arms. By my unofficial count, that brings Katana Crash to 6 penalties. On your 7th, you are ejected from the game.
Oh, a lot of knees on the track. And there goes Bella Blitz jamming for the Scream Queens.
Oh, Bella, such a stride on that skater. My golly.
Yeah, and it looks like Stitch has been stuck back at that rail.
All right, Bella actually got an assist straight into somebody's back, into Ziggy's back, but both skaters kept their feet.
Yeah, coming up against it. Oh, and that back was out of play, technically, as Bella was coming in.
Look at those Fight Crew blockers skating so fast to the front, reforming together. You'll love to see it, and Bella calls it up. 5:45 left to go in the third. 8 big points for the Scream Queens. 109.67 is your score.
Yeah, make some noise for points, everybody. We like points. Points.
Part of this delicious breakfast.
Anytime someone gets points, it means somebody was successful, and we like to celebrate those successes. Is that pink poison in the penalty box?
That is pink poison in the penalty box, Evil E.
Pink poison in the penalty box with a low blocking penalty. But hey, Stitch is also going in the penalty box with a low blocking penalty. And that means this is going to be another Power Jam advantage. Scream Queens.
Scream Queens out to a pretty commanding lead, and they can only make it better from here, Evil E, since Fight Crew does not have a jammer on the track. They're going to have to get together and really flex those defensive muscles if they want to not have an even bigger hole to dig out of.
Yeah, Cosmic Jammer out of the pack. Now, here's where the rest of them pull it together. We got a lot of rookies on this track, which is fantastic.
It's very exciting.
It is super exciting to have so many rookies. The newbies.
Oh, so much speed coming through, but got met at the rail. That was Mayhem laying that block on. Cosmic Jammer is out.
Yep, Fight Crew trying to get a little speed on that pack to make it a little bit harder for Cosmic Jammer to lap the track and come on through.
There you go. Skaters doing a good job of reforming. It's the responsibility of both teams to reform when the pack is split. The ones in front have to slow, and the ones in the back got to speed it up. Time runs out on that Power Jam.
Nobody in the penalty box.
5 points on the board.
Much rejoicing for that. Yeah, 114 to 67. Scream Queens in the lead. Full packs.
Bodies everywhere.
Bodies.
Scream Queens out in the lead.
Yeah,
That's Maddox.
Maddox, and then Samwise Gamgee. Almost out, but Dirty Tricks is like, nah.
Dirty Tricks just sort of gently directing that jammer.
Sometimes it's like a herding of sorts.
Yeah. Well, that's all you have to do, Evil. You don't have to knock them into oblivion. It's just fun.
I know, the last time I skirmished with the dolls, I got knocked in my ear. Like, it was decidedly not fun. Like, that's no more fun.
Maddox, one scoring pass in their pocket. Trying to come around to get a little more. Breaks the wall. One more to beat to get them all.
Yeah, I like how Maddox is like, no, my arms are behind me. I'm not doing any arms.
Look at me, arms behind.
Arms are
9 points.
9 points for the Scream Queens.
Not me doing anything illegal.
No, me.
Never. Maddox taking good care because they're on about 5.5 penalties there. But none in that jam. That's the important thing.
Chemical X going down and bringing others with him. Ziggy, no, it's Kitten Crush.
Kitten Crush.
Kitten Crush.
lead jammer for Fight Crew. First time we've gotten to say that in a little bit.
Chemical X out. Oh, look at Bella with those blocks. And then you see a little thing go up. Was that someone just get a penalty called on him?
I don't know, but I really liked Kitten Crush's awareness. Just kept popping that head up and looking where that other jammer was. Trying to get as many points as possible without giving any away. So good job, Kitten Crush.
Jolteon in the penalty box with an above shoulders block, and then Skate White Shark in the penalty box with a directional block, and Chemical X with an arms, making this a power jam advantage for the Fight Crew, and the Scream Queens doing a quick timeout. Hey, this is going to be your last chance for the raffle tickets. They'll be packing that up if they haven't already, so I hope you got your raffle tickets. There's Chance. Chance is giving you one more chance.
One more opportunity.
We're going to call those in about 2 minutes. So this is it. If you want them, you got to get them now. Look how nice Chance is. Chance is just one of the most wonderful people. Just so nice and helpful, and you know, just whatever you got. If one ticket, hey, we need it, you know. But if you got $20, you can get 30. So, you know, no pressure though.
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's just, you know, a room full of young athletes, depending on.
Yeah, and one sport where, like, you know, is more inclusivity and empowerment than any sport that was available when I was their age.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play football, and they wouldn't let me because of my uterus. So I don't know what that meant.
Were you messing with it during the huddle?
I don't know. I don't know.
Put that uterus back.
I had an older brother, and I could kick his ass. He was 5 years. Granted, he's an astrophysicist, so he was super nerd. But, you know, he was a lot bigger than me. I could still kick his butt all the time. So I thought I was ready.
I could kick his butt with my uterus tied behind my back.
Yes. Yes. My uterus. Ay, ay, ay. We just love all of you for being here. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to everyone online in the chat room.
Yeah, they're all pretty quiet, Evilly. I think they're meditating.
It's the afternoon. It's a beautiful day. So, I mean, maybe you don't want to be looking at your, you know, chatting with others.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, Dookie and Dulce both say go Mayhem. Mayhem's got some fans in the chat. Love to see that support in Mayhem's very first game.
I love this Mayhem. So Maggie Mayhem is Shauna Cross, who wrote the movie Whip It. If you've ever seen it, it's directed by Drew Barrymore.
Never seen it.
You haven't?
No.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, but her name was Maggie Mayhem, so I always call her Mayhem. And now there's someone named Mayhem, and I just really dig that.
That's fantastic.
And so I can't wait to tell her. There was a Mayhemily for anyone who's really been there a long time.
And we got a May Day out there right now.
A lot of good people in roller derby.
Mays. All right, I think I see Mad X there. Is that Mad X in the box? Nope, it's 42. That's Chemical X. Chemical X sitting down. This is a Fight Crew Power Jam.
That's right, make some noise for Fight Crew, everybody.
Fight Crew down by 53, but looking to cut that deficit up a little bit.
That's right. Now remember the rules. You can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your feet. You just no whistling. The only people allowed to whistle are the enforcers. Oh, let's see how this is going to go. It's going to go difficultly because Trauma Queen is already causing some trauma there.
Trauma Queen really just zeroing in on that jammer, taking the jammer to the rail. That's Anna-Death Chase out there wearing the star for the Fight Crew.
Yeah, Anna-Death Chase can, I hate it when you get to the high side like that. It's just like gravity is just sucking you down like life, you know.
So true, Queen.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not going to put my middle-aged depression here on this fantastic jam here.
Oh, Trauma Queen just owning this jam from start to finish.
Yeah, and just Trauma Queen, and then you got, you know, Jurassic Punk, and then you got Cosmic Jammer. And they're not making it easy there.
Look at Trauma Queen. Takes the jammer to the rail, jumps the apex, and meets at the front. Might be getting a blocking out of play for that one, but still stop the jammer.
Yeah, still some good stuff there. All right, what do we got?
No points on that jam, folks.
But a lot of enthusiasm.
A lot of enthusiasm and a lot of really, really nice defense by the Scream Queens there.
Yep, and we are a jam away from that raffle.
Directional
don't
block.
worry, I got someone to call the raffle, Trixie.
Oh, good. Directional block for Cosmic Jammer on that play. Scream Queens down one blocker.
Yeah, that's Destroyer jamming for Fight Crew. Destroyer in the lead, but hidden. The problem is the pack's out of play, so anyone coming through that should just be allowed to go through.
Well, the other problem, you believe, was that Fight Crew had lead, but all of their blockers were in the back.
That's a problem,
that's
too.
That's not what you want.
But more importantly, it's raffle time, everybody.
Woo!
Where's the raffle music?
So that is your
Satanic
third quarter.
Panic. Let's see if you can get that. Who's putting the raffle music up? Oh, there's the people.
While we do that, 1609 is going to start the next quarter in the box for, and that means another Fight Crew Power Jam. Our third quarter is ended with 125 for the Scream Queens, 70 for Fight Crew.
All right, everybody, dig down deep in your pockets, and let's gonna have raffle time. All right, this is how we're gonna do it. Here, you come around here between me and Trixie. Introduce your Grease Frightening, right? Come here, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Grease Frightening, and I'm going to be reading today's raffle tickets, the winning raffle tickets.
So, name the first prize.
All right, our first prize is a water bottle and a $5 Starbucks gift card grab bag.
Do you need my readers?
And the winning raffle ticket is 47828. In case you didn't hear that, it is 47828.
If we have a winner, just go right up. Yeah, go down to where the snacks are. We'll get you in a minute. All right, get back to it.
All right. And our second prize is a Fall Guys 12-inch fairy corn plushie.
What's that winning number?
Good question. Our winning number is just these ones.
Yeah, you can say the first one's 478.
47826. In case you didn't hear that, our winning ticket is 47826.
If that's you, make some noise. Let us know. Get excited. There we are. There's our winner.
Awesome. All right, and our third prize is a Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood trolley set and figurines. And our winning ticket is 244993. In case you didn't hear that, the winning ticket is 244993.
Oh, there's a
Do we
superstar
have a
back there who's
winner?
got so many tickets that they're not even sure. Do we have a winner, folks? Oh, I got all excited. Not yet.
This is our last one.
All right, last time, 244993. If that's you, go on down to concessions and collect your Daniel Tiger stuff.
All right, and our last raffle prize is a gift bag of Derby Dolls merch. And our winning ticket is 47842.
Yeah! All right. Congratulations to all our winners.
Thank you so much for being up. How are you feeling about this game?
This is a tough game, but it's super, super fun to watch, and I love everybody who's skating today.
Well, we love you. Thank you so much for doing this. When do you skate next?
Hopefully in April.
All right. Well, if you're not, you can always do raffle. Thank you so much for being up here and joining us. And here, if you can give that to them, those are the winning tickets, and the numbers are written on the back so they know who this goes to. All right, everybody. We got about a minute and a half here before we start the fourth and final quarter of exciting roller derby action. We'll be right back at you. All right, everybody. Almost about to start this fourth quarter exciting roller derby action. We had a challenge happening there against Hidden with a, was it a low block?
Back block.
A back block. The L was for loss, as in the challenge was loss. And
So Hidden's going to be sitting down.
and that means it's going to be a power jam advantage for Fight Crew, and they are putting up Ziggy Stardust.
Fight Crew starting off the fourth with down considerable, 125 to 70, held to just, what did I did the math, Evalie, because I'm great at math. They were held to just 11 points in the third, so trying to turn that bus around.
Yeah, I tell you, you know, wow, we had a little pile up there on turn one. I don't know, it might have been like a skates and stockings situation. I'm not exactly sure, but this is a tight pack. And there goes Ziggy. Ziggy is free.
Ziggy's free Ziggy! Ziggy very cleverly using the bank to escape that pack for a little extra boost of speed.
Yeah, like I said, Ziggy's one of our track monkeys. So, you know, Ziggy knows this track, spends a lot of time on it. I recommend everyone, if you can get a shift volunteering with the track monkeys, do it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're an adult or a junior. I think all the juniors should know how this track works. If you break a rail, you should know how to grab some wood and just fix it up. You should be able to learn how to fix anything with duct tape. That should be a skill. If you don't have already, you should learn it through roller derby.
Ziggy getting a little assist from the rail to get through, picking up 5 points for Fight Crew. Bringing them to 75 to the junior Scream Queens 126.
And we have penalties against the Scream
Oh,
Queens.
my
Directional
word.
block against Bella Blitz. We got a back block against Skate White Shark. And also in there, we have got a stopping penalty. And then we also have, I believe, Jolteon in the penalty box for the Fight Crew with a directional block. And that's Betty Rumble with the stopping penalty. And then we have another, who was calling that timeout? Was that an official or was that a team timeout? I'm not
It
exactly
wasn't me, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either. Did anyone call a timeout? Did anyone order a timeout?
Pizza.
Hey, who won our raffle prizes? Do we have some happy raffle winners?
Where's our winners?
Yay.
I think I spot one of our winners. I think they're examining their riches.
Everybody's winning. How about Grease Frightening doing the raffle?
Grace Frightening was so good.
So good. Yeah, we like to give people their voices, and it's very important. And by the way, for this jam, whatever happens in the next one of the blockers will be serving their penalty time in the next jam. Because
Yeah, that's Betty Rumble. We'll see Betty Rumble in this jam,
And
but
then-
sitting down in the next.
Yes, because you can only field 2 blockers per jam.
Yep, you have to have a pivot and you have to have one blocker, because if you only have one blocker, the game stinks.
Yes. Well, we used to do that sometimes.
Yeah, and the game stunk.
They're very
That's
low.
how we know.
They were very low-scoring games. I think someday we should have like some summer fun and skate by our original rule set.
Oh, man.
Who wants to learn the Derby Dolls original rule
look
set?
at that.
Oh, yes, Helen Wheels does. Yes, Helen Wheels does any challenge. Marathon on Sunday, roller derby on Saturday. Unbelievable.
Just and around that track, lickety-split.
Oh, Bubba Vroom and Chemical X, though, doing such a great job of holding that rail.
But Isel on Wheels keeps the feet moving, and that got her through on the high side, even though she was getting hung up.
Yeah, and did you see that with Kitten Crush there, holding back Chemical X, just using a full-on shoulder block?
That's not easy. Chemical X is a very strong skater.
Yeah, man, oh my God!
The finesse!
Wow, 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 wow.
We have no choice but to stand. That was incredible.
I know, it was so good. I like hearing them try to like figure out how they're gonna. Oh, who's launching who where? Whoop. Oh, that's Helen Wheels. Like, yeah, that's not fun.
And the pack runs away as Isel on Wheels gets to their feet.
I don't know if Metal Kyle just gave like the points or just kind of greeted somebody and made like a little notes about
like,
meeting
hey,
for
how you
brunch
doing?
later. Is that, yeah?
See you at 5?
10? That's okay, great.
How about 15? 15
Wow,
points!
15 points.
And what's more, an illegal block and an arms penalty by the jammer, Chemical X. This is a power jam.
Yeah, Fight Crew's working on their comeback. Yeah, Angelina is out. And now this is where you see the pack's got to pull it together, work on their strategy. Starting to pull, we get nervous when you get too much speed. They're going to start getting into that out of play. Yep, they just pulled it out of play. They're going to get some failure to reform. The fronts, people in front and back, they have got to show that they're going to reform. And when you're out of play, you can't block. We'll see if that was a penalty. I'm not sure.
Fight Crew's got one behind, but they're not slowing down.
They are not, and you know what? There's still 11 seconds left on that clock. The surprise, well, but here's the thing, Scream Queens, they keep racing it.
But one of them fell down and that got that last point, which meant they got the 2 in the box. That last one was worth 3, Evely.
Yeah, that's a tough one. 13 points for Fight Crew. And they hit the century mark.
Only penalty I saw on that one, Trauma Queen for blocking out of play. Scream Queen's gonna be down 1 blocker, and Fight Crew looking like they're back in this game, 98 to 126, 10.5 minutes to go in the game.
Oh, I thought they almost hit the century mark. I was wrong.
They did almost. You were right about almost.
Almost. I thought they did. I was definitive, and then I started hedging.
Did you just see Fight Night?
Fight
that
Night
was incredible.
Jumping the apex a bit, getting through.
And taking a hit on the way, but again, keeps the feet moving, keeps their feet. Incredible determination from that skater.
Destroyer really trying to get out. Every time I hear Destroyer, I want to listen to that Static X song, Destroyer.
Fight Night goes down, but is coming around the high. Gets past all of them. Phoebe punishes the last and calls it off. Great jam from Great jam from Fight Night and the Scream Queens.
Yeah, falling happens everywhere.
It does. It's it's just gravity.
When I did the alumni game, I fell off that track every time. I couldn't remember how to stop properly. And then I wondered, did I ever know? Probably not. Do you have a failure to reform there against the Fight Crew? And I believe that's a Lash Out Loud.
Yes, indeed. Fight Crew down 1 blocker. And both jammers are out. Kitten Crush in the lead for Fight Crew.
Yeah, and Skate White Shark, who's mainly been blocking. Nice to see Skate White doing some jamming. Kitten Crush comes right up to Babroom and Pink Poison and is stopped short, calls it off.
Yeah, picks up 1. Didn't lose any, so it's progress, but is it fast enough progress as Fight Crew are knocking on Hundred's door, 99 to 130.
Yeah, 9 minutes left in the game. That's a lot of time. We do have Bella Blitz in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with a directional block.
Could be number 6 for Bella. Also on 6 for the Scream Queens, Pink Poison and Skate White Shark. Again, unofficial count. But that could make a big difference as the Scream Queens try to finish this game.
There goes Cinderella. Cinderella is your lead jammer.
And wisely calls it off.
Calls it off before you see that opposing jammer coming up. It's the smart thing to do.
Oh, it absolutely was. Angelina was just breathing down Cinderella's neck there. I would have called it off too. First I might have pooped myself, and then I might have called it off.
We don't do that anymore.
anymore.
I don't remember when I saw something today. It was something really like jumping out of some sort of plane.
So quick.
Yeah, so quick. And then look at Dirty Tricks. It's like that 1,000-mile stare of like, where is the plaque? A whole time does not look where Dirty Tricks is. Dirty Tricks is looking where Dirty Tricks is going, and that is into that pack to get more points. Look at her. She is just, that focus and that awareness is just really incredible. A little swimming, don't do that.
Looking like that T-1000 in Terminator 2. My God.
Yeah, Samwise Gamgee out though, but at that point when you get out of the pack, you're either a blocker, a point, or a jammer. And sometimes you just got to get out there and be free.
Be free.
Be free.
Oh, wow. Just it's so impressive.
Hey, Samwise Gamgee with an arms penalty, and that's going to make this a power jam advantage for the Scream Queens. And they got Bella up there.
This could be a momentum killer for the team in the red on the comeback trail. Eva Lee, let's see how they do.
I don't know, but look at Jolteon there. Jolteon has some other, Jolteon was so close.
Jolteon was so close, but there was a great pick there set by Viva Broom to spring that jammer free.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard wall to get through.
Bella got by.
So close, and then Wensley Adams gets up and off the track. Hopefully re-entered without advancing position. We'll see.
Not according to the front pack
I didn't
ref.
think so. I kind of was like, I don't feel that I think some advancing of position has happened, and now I feel like that might be a back blocking against Wensley Adams. I don't know.
We're going to have to wait and see. Bella Blitz ramping up one more time and fights her way through. Leaves a toe stop
loses
on
a
the
toe
ground.
stop. Be careful, there's a toe stop right by Broom Skate.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Metal Kyle. That's the thing about our enforcers. They are like,
They're on the spot.
they are not only making sure it's legal, but they're dealing with safety checks.
That's right. And that is half the job of an official, in fact, is, the penalties we call are about fairness, but they're also about safety. They're about making sure people aren't hitting each other in ways that are unfair, but also that might hurt themselves or others.
Yeah, it's Bella's toe stop. It's Bella's left skate toe stop.
I'm
no,
seeing
right
nothing
skate.
on the board, but I'm also seeing an outside pack ref waving a whiteboard pretty emphatically. So
I see Chemical X
There
in the
we
penalty
go.
box. Oh, I see Bella's got the toe stop. I see disappointment. Don't be disappointed.
don't
Oh,
be
you've worked
disappointed.
so hard. Y'all are so fantastic.
no, and we are proud of each and every one of these skaters.
I
on the
know. I
track.
love them so
On
much.
the track, on the bench, in the stands.
You're all my heroes, my sheroes.
They
You're-
rose.
This is why we built the Derby Dolls right here. All those fighting with the City Hall and Jan Perry turning us down, the 3-inch binder on the Derby Dolls and the
God.
fake complaints by the T-Birds who used to literally call the cops on us all the time and say we were doing stuff. Like, they just, they made up so many things about this. And if you've ever seen the movie Whip It, there's a point in there where the league gets shut down by the fire marshal. And in real life, that was the T-Birds calling the cops on the Derby Dolls to shut down our bout midway. And that was super fun. I was announcing that one. That was some good times.
That's classy. That's
Classy.
what I think of every time I think of that.
About
That is.
Lou Sanchez calling the police on the Derby Dolls. Yeah, that's great. Okay, Chemical X in the penalty box with and above shoulders. And then we have Jolteon, also I believe above shoulders in the penalty box.
You are correct. So I guess they did not assess that cut. That got called back. That's nice to know. And that is 12-12 Smasherella.
Smasherella!
Big hand for Smasherella. Got some Smash fans in the crowd. And Smasherella
Yeah,
launched
Smash
his
is-
team over the 100 mark.
Let's see if it can happen. I think that's Pika Zoom finally is out for the Scream Queens. Oh, nice fall there. Nice fall by.
Yeah, Manic Panic. Good job, Manic Panic, keeping yourself and others safe by falling small.
52. I believe that was Razor's number.
And there was the call-off, but not in time to prevent the Scream Queens from picking up 2. 2 points also to Fight Crew, so deuces all around. We are at 141 to 101, 4.5 minutes to go.
And we have Anna Death Crash in the penalty box with a failure to reform for the Fight Crew. Oh, here comes a penalty. Oh, hidden, and Stargirl. Oh, match race, Jimmer race. Oh, that was so cool.
Hidden, calling it off. But will Hidden be going to the box? I definitely saw Morning Wood call it an emphatic cut in the middle of turn 2, so.
Emphatic.
Ooh,
And when Morningwood is emphatic, Morningwood doesn't miss anything.
And it is Hidden going to the box for a cut. This is gonna be a power jam.
A power jam?
Isn't it? Wasn't Hidden the jammer? Yep.
Yep. I don't know. That happened like a minute ago. I've moved on. I live
I'm a
my
different
life in
person
minutes.
now.
Whatever happened last minute is gone. I am now in this minute. I live my moment. I am like, it's like, instead of goldfish, it's roller derby announcer. You live 1 minute by a time.
All right, Power Jam, Fight Crew, 40 points behind. How many can they peel off
Wow, did just the lateral movement there by Chemical X and Skate White Shark just to hold back the jammer from Fight Crew is just so strong.
No, we are seeing some incredible individual blocking and team effort as all of the Scream Queen races to the front to reform and hit.
I mean, Kitten Crush should be doing the crushing, but right there, Kitten Crush was getting crushed.
King Crush has a wide open high.
They're out of play because Pink Poison's win. The pack was out of play.
Yep.
Oh, that's why they could not touch Crush because the pack was out of play.
But now there's no pack because Chemical X is in the infield until Chemical X gets on. Now the pack's in the front.
Yeah, I hope I didn't give anybody any ideas about pulling the pack out. Oh, man, did you see that? Skate White Shark is so incredible. Like a total shark. Like, I'm going to own every inch of this track and move you away. Fantastic. 3 points. Wait, no? How many?
8 points.
8 points. That's more like it. I'm like, where did I miss a hand? Where did I miss a hand? Sounds like, yeah.
All right, 8 points for Fight Crew, taking them to 109. 2 minutes left in the game.
Yes, make some noise for roller derby, everybody. Make noise for these amazing skaters. All right, oh dear. All right, apparently Skate White Shark and Pink Poison, they are ejected. That's right, Pink Poison, directional block, illegal block. And hey, not to be outdone, we do have Stardust in there with a penalty, so wow. Skate hard and go home. That's how it works.
Well, you know, they're not going to miss much, Evil-Lee. It's only 2 minutes left in this game.
You know, I think as long as you make it to like the last couple jams, that's good.
It's practically the same thing.
I remember like in the early days of Angel City when they came to skate against us, and they had so many ejections, they barely made it with enough skaters to skate the last jam. Like they didn't have like enough for a full pack, but it got dangerously close to not even having the minimum of 3.
Ooh, that's a lot of ejections.
Yeah, that was, and they were wearing dresses because
they were dainty.
Because they were doing a prom queen theme.
Oh, man.
And so they're glorious losing in these purple sparkly dresses.
Hey, if you're gonna go out in purple sparkles. I've always said that.
I'd say it's all about style. You know, you only live once.
It's all about panache.
So all right, so yeah, if somebody's not wearing their helmet, it's because they've been ejected. So you can see Pink Poison's hair. That means Pink Poison is ejected.
Skate White Shark also ejected, but leaving the brain bucket on. You know, there could be a meteor. You don't know.
A meteor.
It could be.
Hey, my brother is an astrophysicist. If there's a meteor coming, he's going to tell me.
Is he?
Yeah, actually he would. Because he has no one to talk to because his kids are in college.
He wouldn't be at work trying to stop the meteor?
No, he'd be like, hey, you get out, sis. We're going to die. Mom's right. That's probably what he said. Mom's right. We're all going to die. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, I could have used one of those S1 helmets a little earlier today, Lee. My giant St. Bernard broke his leash and ran off, and I was hauling on him as hard as I could, and I fell straight on my back, and I think on my head. I'm not sure, which means I probably did.
I kind of feel like I should wear my mouth guard more in life.
Yeah, I think it would help.
Yeah.
Not while you're announcing. I don't think it would help much when you're announcing.
No. I almost wanted to mouth guard like mouth. Like, oh, they. Yeah, let's do it. Did someone say do it?
Do it!
Let's just do it.
Do for it!
Do for it. Okay, Ziggy's going to the penalty box, so things are happening.
Things are definitely happening.
It's not like anyone needs to worry about getting to their car.
It's a long walk back out there to the
it's
parking lot.
not like you have to worry about, it's not like the forum where you're like, oh, do I want the encore or am I going to stay till the end? No, you don't have to worry about that here. You can stay till the very end.
And you're going to want it because you don't want to miss a moment of exciting roller derby action.
No, and then you get hands up. Oh! Jam is interrupted as Drama Queen right out, calls it off. They were both out so quick.
Drama Queen, who's really been exceptional all game long, Evil-Lee. I just keep saying that skater's name. And when that happens, it's usually because they're having a great time out there and doing a lot of work.
All right, nobody in the penalty box. Or if we're saying their name, it's because they're doing a lot of penalties.
Well, sometimes, yeah. But
most of the time. Well, I don't know. It's perspective.
I'm just going glass half full on that one.
Okay.
Samwise Gamgee meeting that jammer at the front of the pack.
Yeah, Mad X won the infield at re-enter the pack without advancing position. Katana crash into the infield, same kind of thing. I tell you, Mad X looks terrified of arms penalties. That's all I can say. Which I don't feel like, oh man, Mad X is like, what?
Ooh. And a takedown at the front of the pack by the Scream Queen pivot.
You know, I gotta say, when you're on your fourth quarter of Derby, it's exhausting at this point.
That's why you see a lot to and sometimes some injuries even.
But
you gotta be more careful toward the end.
But now it's like this recycling bomb of Stargirl and everyone just everyone hitting against you. Oh, I don't know what that was, but that was serious. Can I just get an analysis of Morning Wood's facial work? So expressive. The beautiful face, beautiful smile. I just love her. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but that was really funny.
All right, we got 12 seconds and a little bit less on the clock. This will probably be the last jam. What's going to happen here is, at the end of this jam, the team that is in the lead, if they skated clean, the game is over and they will win. If they incurred a penalty and the other team didn't, then we're going to have one more jam. We've got penalties on both sides. Red's going to be down 2. Blue's going to be down 1.
There goes the jam. This is it, people. Make some noise for roller derby. Oh, Jolteon into the infield, has to get back without advancing position while Mayday is running away with it for the Scream Queen.
The game clock is out. This game ends when Mayday calls it off or when the jam clock goes to 0.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though. Scream Queens have the lead, but if they get a penalty, we will have another jam. And it looks like, is there something on the track right there?
I see something on the track.
It's like by Mr. Frightening. Is there something right? Hopefully they don't get over to this par. We'll find out, though. 21 seconds on the clock. Hey, watch out. Watch out, Jolteon. There might be something right there.
Oh,
and hit it. So. Yeah, that's a piece of tape. Whew,
that was 9 points. 9 more points for the Scream Queens. Keep your eyes on the refs on the infield there. They're either going to award the game or one more jam.
Oh, and hey, Bella Blitz ejected.
Bella Blitz is ejected. That means we're going to have one more jam.
Woo!
Bonus roller
Everyone
derby
do your
for
little
y'all.
trucking kind of thing.
Same rules apply.
It's a truck driving Kimmy honk honk.
Same rules apply. If the team in the lead at the end of this jam skates it clean, the game's over. If not, we'll have one more.
You gotta skate
and there's
clean.
that call off.
Yeah, go to the front, calls it off. Look how everyone is really serious, though.
Very wise by Echo, calling it off as soon as Echo became lead jammer.
That's right, and you can come up here to get your hand slaps. Just make sure you do not have a beverage near the track.
Please do come on down as we await the final judgment. Come down so that you are ready to give these skaters their well-deserved high fives for all the fun work they've done here today.
Right now, Scream Queens 150, Fight Crew 109. Here comes King Slayer and Rumblebee. What's the word, Slayer? Scream Queens. Oh, gotta make it official. Scream Queens are the winners. Let's get up for the Scream Queens, everybody. Echo, Trauma Queen, Dirty Tricks, Pikazoom, Chemical X, Betty Rumble, Cinderella, Mayday, Fight Night, Jurassic Punk, Hidden, Frida Brawler, Vroom, Mad X, Pink Poison, Skate White Shark, Co-Captain Cosmic Jammer, Captain of the Scream Queens, Bella Blitz. At the turn coach, it's Amy Wipeout, and the coaches are Ice Creamer and Shada. Give it up for your Scream Queens, everybody.
Ended it with a bang.
Yeah, that's the style points that I like. Take on all the Fight Crew at the end.
And keep it on going for the Fight Crew, making it a fight to the finish. Slamwise Gamgee is hell on wheels. Wensley Adams, Manic Panic, Annadeth Chase, Beetlejuke, Lash Out Loud, Destroyer, Katana Crash, Stargirl, Mayhem, Kitten Crush, Angelina, Mad Cat, Smasherella, Queen Cobra, Jolteon, Stitches, co-captain Phoebe Punisher, Captain Ziggy Stardust, coaches Doomsdaisy and Lusty Loveless. One more time, your fight crew!
All right, we want to thank our enforcers, EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and our amazing rad crew. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit.
Yes, indeed I am.
And we have been your announcers today. It has been an absolute honor. We want to remind everybody online, be back at 6:30 for the adults bout. And everyone else, hope to see you back here on, what is it, April 26th is the next bout. Reminding you to be happy, be well, and we'll see you soon.